Welcome to your weekly dose of the ultimate sales machine. I am your host, Amanda Holmes, CEO of Chi. The next few episodes are a series of conversations we had during the Q&A of our challenge. Real live questions from business owners and executives just like you on how to get up to 9 times more clients in the door so you can double your sales. You still have the opportunity to get your ticket of the Ultimate Sales Machine Bootcamp to help you redefine that stadium pitch, build out your Dream 100 campaign, and set in place the momentum to be able to double your sales over the next 12 months. Visit USM, like Ultimate Sales Machine, chetholmes.com/bootcamp. That's usm.chetholmes.com/bootcamp. Okay, here's the episode.
The way, I just love what you guys do. It's amazing. So I'm curious on we kind of breezed through the structure of your core story yesterday.
Yeah.
And then, so I kind of wanted to have a refresher on that. And just, the basic outline is fine. And then also, what do you include in your buyer's guide? Is that where you just house your core story? That's what I would assume. I'm just making sure that that's correct.
Let me show you a visual and we'll go through it.
Great question, Rod.
Yeah, so when I took the buyer's pyramid and flipped it upside down, that's what I'm going to go to show you, right? So this is the structure for how to create a core story. Because what I find is, where did it go? That was interesting. Okay. What I find is when people understand the concept of a stadium pitch, it's a mind, like they are blown away. People say that their lives are changed when they see that buyer's pyramid and they go, oh my God, I'm only talking to the 3%. I need to go to the 90. They understand it intellectually, but then when they actually try to take that jump of educating a prospect on something that isn't their service that they're selling every day, it's a hard leap to make that leap in the first go. So what I do and what I've been doing with the boot camps that's been very successful is that I start here. Let's just talk about resetting the buying criteria because you're pitching all day long. Now I can take the pitch that you're already pitching and let's just make it a little bit better because 99% of the time, companies do a terrible job of articulating what makes them different from others. And because it's your thing that you do all day, every day, you think that people understand, it's 0% down financing and we have this certification by CFC and, to your consumer, that means nothing to them. They don't understand. So that education part of just telling them the 5 things you need to understand before buying a product like mine or before hiring a service like mine or before investing in someone like me, here's everything. So that buyer's guide is just so that you can get to reset the buying criteria when they're open to it and they're thinking about it. So you can grab it from your competition before it gets to that 3%, or even if they're in that 3%, you're preempting all the other competitors because they're still only pitching. So the whole core story, so that's why in my bootcamp, the first day is let's reset the buying criteria. Let's understand how to set yourself apart from everybody else because you. Let's just figure out how to articulate it more clearly. Then it will jump into, okay, now let's understand the market data that talks about what are the global pains to get more attention of more of our prospects? What are the trends that are happening over time? And so we have to do that research to figure that out. We have to understand their targeted pains, which could be something completely off the wall. I'll tell you right now, on day 1, when I started talking about recessions, I knew nothing about recessions 6 months ago. I had to dive deep, and I dove deep for 5 months on recessions and what has happened over time. And it wasn't until I found this gold mine of a study that truly articulated the difference between those that succeed and fail that I finally said, Eureka, I found a gold mine here. This is how I can explain this because I know it's what CEOs are experiencing. It's not what my expertise is. So I have to become an expert on that so that I can guide them to what I want to talk about, which was number 5 out of the 5 things holding you back from doubling your sales. None of them talked about marketing until the 5th one, if you'd noticed. So that's how we go from global pain to target pain to solutions into resetting the buying criteria. Does that answer your question, Rod?
Yeah, so then you would start, so your buyer's guide then includes all of it,
Your
correct?
buyer,
Or is it just the resetting the buyer's criteria?
it's
Buying
most
criteria?
just resetting the buying criteria. You may have one or two points that grabs more attention, but it's
Right?
mostly just to reset the buying criteria.
Okay. And so in that buyer's guide, it's not nearly as long as a book or anything like that. You're probably just talking like a flyer, I would imagine, if you were to do it in print, right?
So we gave you a template that's just like something that you could post online, right? Something on social where it's just one sheet that you can look at. But we have clients. I mean, Jeremy also showed his buyer's guide earlier today, and his how many pages is your buyer's guide?
I think it's about 40 pages.
Oh, see, he managed to get his out to 40 pages. So it's really just the concept. And as soon as you understand the concept, it could be as short as one page and it could be as long as 40 pages. It could be a book. I mean,
Great.
Yeah, it's 42 pages.
And so, because I focused when I've been doing storytelling for 30 years, and um, I've always focused on really the pains, the pit of despair that my clients have, or that my clients have, and then taking them and helping them understand that the business doesn't matter; it's all about the clients, right? And the only thing that we do is we tell a business does is take them from the pit of despair to the promised land. That's it. And so I think we talk a lot of the same language in a lot of ways.
yeah.
And so there was one slide that you used that gave kind of an outline of the core story. Was that, am I right, or did I see something wrong? It was like 11 points or something like that.
Oh, when you're finding market data. So interesting that you say that. That is my resetting of my buying criteria slide. Is that what you're talking
Yes.
about?
Yes, it is.
So for me, this is me resetting our buying criteria.
Okay.
I fit it all into, I have multiple versions of this, by the way. I have one that's 6 slides. I have this one that's 1 slide. If I'm really trying to get people to understand every piece of it, I'll spread it out into 6 slides.
Right.
When I'm really trying to hit hard with some pressure, I'll put it on 1 slide.
Or when you only have an hour to deliver 7 hours of content.
Oh my God, tell me about it. Starting tracks. I really apologize. I'm normally not that crazy. See, I'm a classically trained singer, right? So my breath control is insane. And I've noticed that that's actually probably not always the best thing that I can speak very fast for very long periods of time. It's because of my breath control training.
I would pass out.
Thank you. I have another question that I've forgotten at this point, but later on, if you still have time, and I remember it, I'll ask you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good questions.
Another live clip from our virtual event. Now is your opportunity to join the Ultimate Sales Machine Bootcamp, and it's almost up. We're nearly there. So make sure that you visit usm.chetholmes.com/bootcamp. That's USM, like Ultimate Sales Machine, usm.chetholmes.com/bootcamp to secure your seat. Question: would you like to get up to 9 times more clients from the same moves you're already making? Would you like to understand a step-by-step process that has assisted 250,000 businesses to grow? Would you like to see how that proven timeless process gets adapted when AI is involved? Have you tried to deploy a Dream 100 and you missed the momentum or never quite reached the potential you knew you could? Now is your chance to make that change. The trajectory of your life can be altered and has been altered by those that have come to this boot camp. Somebody that buys a course, only 3% of them actually finish. That's really pathetic. That's not even tracking actual results. It's just attendance. So for our boot camp, 42% of our past attendees have generated leads within 30 days learning what they learned. So if you need more leads, this is the place to be. And 30% of them have generated more sales within the first 30 days using what they learned. It is a jump start. It's only 1 hour a week if you want. And then there's an additional 30 minutes open for Q&A and practice. So everything that you're building and you're creating, you can test with the group and get live feedback. I would love to see you there. usm.chetholmes.com/bootcamp.